So let us take another question. Okay, on the same partial elasticity of demand. Okay, so this is the previous one that we did. So let's take another question. Then at the end of this video, I will give you a trial question for you to solve so that you test your understanding on this. Okay. All right. So with this particular question, we are given the demand to be, which is example 8.3. So the demand function, which is Q, equals what? 500 minus 3P minus 2PA, subscript A, plus 0.01Y. Okay, so this is the function, okay? And we are told to find a price elasticity of demand, cost price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand. Then the last part says if income rises by 5%, we should calculate the corresponding percentage change in demand. Okay, would this good be classified as inferior, normal, or superior? Okay, so um, now we have some basis, so let us go straight. So with A says that we should find out price elasticity of demand. So we already know the formula. Okay, so is delta Q over what? Delta P times P over Q, right? Okay, which equals, so we differentiate P in this equation, we are going to get -3, right? So -3 multiplied by, so in the question, P was given to us as what? 20. So 20 over, and Q was also given to us in the question as what? So here, Q wasn't given. Okay, Q wasn't given, so we have to solve for Q. So in that sense, we have to replace the values that they gave us for P, PA, and Y to get Q. Okay, so this is how we are going to go about it. Let's do it here. So Q equals 500. Okay, minus 3, open bracket. So P is what? 20, bracket close, minus 2, right? So open bracket. PA here is 30, right? Then plus 0.001, open bracket. Y is 5,000. Okay, so this equal to, so let's punch everything on the calculator pretty quick. So 500 minus 3, bracket open, 20, bracket close, minus 2, bracket open, 30, bracket close, plus what? 0.01, bracket open, 5,000, bracket close. So we are getting 430. Okay, so Q equals 430. All right, so then we put 430 here. Okay, so we punch that into the calculator. So it's -3 times 20 over 430, and that gives us -0.13. I want the absolute version, so absolute 0. What? 1 4. Okay, so I round this to 2 decimal place. Okay, The first one I did three decimal. It doesn't matter. When you do to three decimal, this five adds up to this, which becomes 10, and eventually it becomes 4 over here. So it will be 0.14. Okay, so we stick to this. And like I said, this is less than what? 1. Okay, so it's an inelastic demand function. So we are not told to explain. So we move on to B. So B is cross price elasticity of demand. So delta Q over what? Delta PA, right? So PA is for related good. So times what? PA over Q. All right, so we differentiate this equation. It will be left with what? Negative 2, right? So 2. We multiply that by, so PA in the question is what? 30 over. Now we worked out Q and it was 430. So we just put that one there, as simple as that. Then we punch it. Okay. So this is 30, this is negative 2. Okay. Which will give us what? We want the absolute version. This is negative 0.1. So we want the absolute version. So 0. Um, so this will also give us 1, 4, right? So 1, 4. Okay. So 1, 4 to 2 decimal places. If I've made it 3 decimal place, I'm still getting the same value. Okay. Now, this one was negative. This one too was negative. So over here, when cross price elasticity is negative, what it means is that the commodity in question, okay, this related commodity here is a complementary good, okay, to the quantity demanded of the good in question, okay, of the good in question. So this PA here is a complementary good, okay. So you already know what complementary goods are, okay, so we don't need to go in. If you don't know, you can search it, okay. All right, so let's move on. So the next one is what? C, which is income elasticity. So this is delta Q over what? Delta I. But in this case is Y. So the first one I use I, so let me use the Y here. It's the same thing, but so times Y over what? Q. So we differentiate Y and we are going to get 0. What? 0.01. Multiply that. So Y in the question was given to us as what? 5,000 all over 430. So let's punch that. So 5,000. And this one changes to what? 0.01. So here we are getting 0.116, okay, to 3 decimal places. Okay. All right. So when income elasticity is positive, okay, we can say that the good that we are looking at, okay, is a normal good, okay, which means when income increases, demand also increases. That is what basically it means, okay. All right, now let's look at the final part, which is we label it CI. So I after the C, so let's say CI. Okay, so it says that if income rises by 5%, okay, calculate the corresponding percentage change in demand. So we are looking at income. So let me bring it up here a bit. Okay, so we are looking at income increasing by what? 5%. That is equivalent to 0.05 in decimals. Okay. All right. So we want to find the impact. So with partial elasticity, we say change in Q, okay, equals, oh, did I say change in Q? Let's start again. So we say income elasticity of demand equals what? Percentage change in Q all over what? Percentage change in Y, which represents income. Okay. So we've already found the income elasticity of demand, which is 0.116. Okay. So we want to find the impact. So in this question, they're saying that if income rises by 5%, we should calculate the corresponding percentage change in demand. So if it rises by 5%, what is the impact on demand? Okay, that's what we are looking at. And to do that, we use income elasticity of demand equals what? Percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in what? Income. Okay. So already we have income elasticity of demand here. So we just put in the value. So it's going to be 0.116 equals. Now we don't know the impact, the percentage change. Okay. So it's going to stay the same. Percentage change in Q all over. Now they are saying that if income increases by what? 5%, which is equivalent to what? 0.05. So 0.05. So we put this value in, and we already know this 0.116 is over 1. So we just do cross multiplication. So when we do cross multiplication, this one multiplied by 1 will give us what? Percentage change. So let me shift that. I hope you can see. So this one will give us what? Percentage change in Q equals. So this is multiplying the 0.116 times 0.05. Okay, so let's use the calculator to punch that and see. So 0.116 times 0.05. And that gives us 0.0258. Okay, so this is standard form. Okay, and the negative means that it is counting from the left side 3 times. Okay, so when you see values like this, what it means is that from the point, okay, from the point where the point is, okay, to the first value, which is significant value, first significant value, which is the 5, is 3 movements. Okay, so which means that if the point is here, so you have to move 3 times to reach the first significant value. Okay, that's how best I can make you understand. So you move 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the point comes here. which you see here, then yeah, so then that's it. Okay, so if you see values like this is what it means. Okay, all right, so now that we've gotten this, we multiply this our answer by 100 because we want it in percentage. Okay, so if you multiply this by 100, so answer times 100, so we are going to get what? 0.58%. So this is the impact. All right, so let me move to the next page. Okay. Okay, so we had 0.58%, okay, from the other side. So we can conclude. So we can say therefore an increase in income by what? 5%, okay, will lead to an increase in demand by 0.58%. So that is it. Or you can add all things being equal. Okay. So that is the impact. So if income is to increase by 5%, it will lead to an increase in demand by 0.58%. How did I know this? Okay. I got to know this because the elasticity that we had here, okay, the income elasticity that we had here is positive. Okay, it's not negative like we had here that I had to put absolute. This is positive. Okay, so when it's positive, the interpretation is that it's a normal good. Okay, if we had gotten a negative, then we'll say that the commodity in question is an inferior good. Okay, so this is a normal good, and a normal good, it means that when income increases, the demand for it also what increases. Okay, so then we were able to find the impact, and the impact is what? 0.58%. So in that sense, if income increases by 5%, then the demand, it will impact demand by what? 0.58%, which means demand will also increase by what? 0.58%. Okay, so that is that for that section. And the last part says that what? Would this good be classified as inferior or normal? Sorry, would this good be classified as inferior, normal, or superior? Okay, so um, we've already I have already said the answer already. I told you that if it is what? Positive, then it's a normal good. And if it is a negative, it's an inferior good. So we can say the good. So we can add, which is II. So the good, okay, can be classified as a normal good. Okay, so that is it. So as simple as it is, so this is how you would approach partial elasticity questions. Okay, normally you wouldn't get this question alone, okay, in an examination setting or in your IA. It is mostly attached to your demand and supply analysis, okay. So if you have this basic knowledge, you'll be able to apply, and then you succeed. Okay, yeah. So that is it. So the last part is what is most important. So take note. Okay, you finding the impact. Okay, which is in percentage. So take note of it. So if you have to play the video again to get more understanding, you can do so. Okay. Aside that, um, let me post this question on the screen. Then you try your hands on it. You can forward it to me if you're done, so that I'll check it for you. If nothing else, then we call it a day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.